So what's up guys, today we got a new monster. It's the KULVE Taroth. So I'm going to tell you how to unlock it real quick because I lost my footage. So the easiest way to unlock it is you just go to the ancient forest on expedition and you just go out to the first area and you pick up this guy's footprints. Then once you pick up the footprints, you just come back and talk to the admiral. Then you can go up to the gathering hub and you can fight this guy. Yeah, this guy's pretty awesome. He has a whole map to himself and he has the best armor in the game. He also gives you melded weapons, which are combinations of weapons in the game with gold in them. So he's pretty awesome. He'll be fun to farm. So once you do the expedition and come to the gathering hub, you can click on the KULVE Taroth siege. So there's a few things you should understand about this fight. The first thing is that the goal of this fight is to break the horns. So you can fight this guy a bunch, but you have to break the horns to finally win. You'll be able to join missions on pursuit level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but the higher the number just means it's easier to break the horns and you have more time to break the horns. So when you break the horns, the pursuit level goes all the way back down to 1. So what I'm saying is you have to do multiple runs to get the pursuit level high enough to the point where it's easier to break the horns. So all 16 people in your lobby are able to progress with you. All you have to do is click on join a random mission, and then you can see that there's people that are doing a mission right now. So I'll just join them. It's probably easiest to do it like this. So to get ready for this mission, you just have to get whatever weapon you want. You can go with melee, but people have been spamming the bow so much in here because it's easier. I'm gonna just go with my Aloy bow set. So when it comes to picking a weapon, I'm gonna show you the field guide on this guy. You can fight him with water, that's 2 stars, that'll work. Ice is most effective when he doesn't have a gold plating. And you can fight him with dragon. Dragon's also very effective. I'm picking ice because he's not covered in gold that much, but dragon seems to be the most consistently good thing. You can pick whatever you want. A lot of stuff works, but you can see there. I'll pick my ice bow, so it should be pretty easy. I'm just going with this Aloy armor because I like Aloy, but she gives you unlimited stamina and whatnot, so it's a pretty good bow build. Also, just make sure you eat before you get here. It's easier. And before you know it, you'll be off. So you'll have the cutscene. It's like 40 seconds, so I cut it. And before you know, you'll be in this new area. I'm going to go through most of the fight and I'm going to explain how to beat this guy. So once you get here, you just jump in with your people. If you started with your people, you'll get a cutscene. You can definitely want to take the Farcaster. The Farcaster is the only thing that's going to get you back up here at the camp. You just take as much stuff as you want, but you have to jump down here, the first thing. This first area is pretty unique. It's caves, but you can see the monster's just messing around in this area. You don't have to worry. There's 3 phases to this fight. The first phase, he just wanders around aimlessly in this cavernous area. I always don't really fight him in this area because I'm exploring. I want to pick up everything I can. So he'll just run around and run in areas where you can't follow him, then you have to take the long way around and find where he's at. You'll get used to it eventually. What I like to do in the first phase where he just runs around is I just like to explore. I just like to go, there's a bunch of wedge beetles up here, you can just go to wherever you want. You can find little pets, you can find gajalakas, you can just mess around all you want. There's cannons, they're not really worth your time to use because the guy just wanders around too much. Eventually you find this guy, he's just running around randomly for no reason. You can't really kill this guy, so it's not terribly important that you do damage. He's gonna progress through the phases no matter what. The damage just makes it go faster. I honestly spend the first phase picking up his materials. There's a lot of materials on the ground in the first phase. Eventually he gets to the second phase, this next area, and he's pretty angry. This is the first phase where he actually engages people. He's like a normal monster. He'll run around, he'll do lots of rolls and whatnot. You can use the wet beetles to get around. It's not really useful unless you're in danger. But you can fight him like a normal monster now. It's good to have 4 people because if he attacks you too much, it's kind of hard. But he's pretty slow like Xenodiva, so you can dodge him. As long as you have a bow, it's kind of hard to hit his head with melee attacks. So I just kind of sort of try to aim for his head. There'll be stalactites all over this area, so they're definitely worth hitting when he's below them. The pierce round is going to do a lot of damage, but again, you want to just go for the head. It'll make the fight go better. The first phase, this guy's moves are pretty bad. The only problem is that he's big, so if he rolls or charges, it's hard to get out of the way. He only does a couple moves in this first phase, but he'll only kill you like halfway with a lot of his stuff. Yeah, in other phases, he gets way more deadly. So you can keep fighting this guy, just keep damaging him. He'll get out of this area eventually. Yeah, me and this bow guy are going pretty ham. So you keep fighting this guy and he'll eventually go away to the next area. What you want to do pretty much through this whole entire fight is pick up a bunch of footprints and pick up a bunch of materials. The armor takes like 100 materials, so you can't have enough. When you're fighting this guy, breaking parts and just picking up footprints will make the progression go farther along for everybody. So it's good to break parts, pick up stuff, do all that. So eventually you get to go to the next area. In this area you need a cool drink. There's too much lava in here. You're going to take damage over time if you don't have a cool drink. In this area there's plenty of stalactites. Whenever he falls, it's rare to be able to hit the horns, so always go for the horns when he falls down. In this area, he does a couple different moves. You can go underground, you can shoot fire, a little bit of fire. We did a lot of damage and whatnot, so he's going to leave this area. Just remember in each area to pick up all these little pieces. Everything's good, just pick them all up. So what I'm going to do, because he left the area, I'm going to just do a quick Farcaster so I can get some stuff. So if you get to the lava zone and you come back to camp, you can get back to where he's at through a shortcut. You just have to go up here, and there's a secret tunnel here. You can go all the way down. It takes like an hour. I'm going to cut it real quick so I can get back into the fight. So eventually you get down the slide and you get back to the lava area. By now your team's probably dead because you just left for like 5 minutes for no reason. But eventually you can catch up, pick up all the stuff you missed, and you're in the next phase of the fight. This is the most annoying and hard phase pretty much. In this area there's not too many stalactites, you just have to fight them. In this one he really breaks out his fire skills. You can fill up the whole area with fire. You just saw that. The big goal is to stun them so you can take out the horns. Getting the horns down is one of the most important parts of this part. Eventually you'll fail if you don't break the horns, or your people die. If you die 3 times you'll fail, or if it just takes too long. Because we're on pursuit level 6, because our team has been fighting this for a couple runs, we had the most amount of time and the horns are most vulnerable. It'll be easier to break the horns. In this phase you can see he has kind of different moves. He's faster. He's not even like enraged or anything. He's just faster in general. So if you're ranged, all you have to do is worry about this fire breath. Fire breath is pretty easy to get out of. You either do a quick one or fill up the whole area in lava. All you have to do is run at it. but for melee it's kind of harder. He's not paying too much attention for us. Well, my boy over here, he's not going to do so well. The thing is, this guy's so big, his melee attacks are hard to avoid. Yeah, he's pretty much trashing everybody right now. I done spammed both my life powders, but he survived one time because I used life powder. He didn't survive that time. It's alright though, because we have 2 more lives. 2 level 6s are most important. It means we have our best chance to beat this guy. And when he fills up the whole area in lava, it's pretty awesome. It's a cool mechanic. So eventually we start fighting this guy some more. He's able to be mounted in this last phase. And knock him down pretty good. When you knock him down, just remember to go for these horns. In the last phase, we're getting close. Guys over here know the horns are important. Doing pretty good damage on him. He's getting pretty mad. He's breaking out some super dope moves. You wouldn't think this guy had a lot of fire moves, but his fire moves are the best. When you're melee, you have like almost no attacks on the horns, but it's doing pretty good. These stalactites are doing pretty good damage to it. And also my guy gets to mount the guy in the last phase, so that's also pretty useful. I don't know what mounting's like on this guy, but it's pretty universal how to beat it. All I know is we're going for the horns as soon as he falls. Yeah, my whole team besides me is positioned in the right spot. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to try to break these horns, and I'll see what happens. On with the last phase. And we win. You can see that he didn't die, he just dropped his horns off. Now he looks pretty stupid right now. And he just runs away. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. So he left. There's no part where you can go kill him. That's just the end of everything. And you can go pick his horns up and see what you get. Certain things you can only get from carving the guy or with gold rewards. So the best thing you can do is carve the horns. After you get the horns, you just want to pick up whatever shiny things you can off the ground. And you just wait for your time to run out. There's a whole lot of stuff to do after you beat the quest, so I'm going to show you what you do after you beat this quest. So if you finally beat him after a couple attempts, you get different items for rewards in this screen, and you get rewards in the gathering hub. Yeah, you get some stuff that's kind of hard to get if you don't kill him, and you get commendations, kind of stupid stuff. But the real rewards are when you go back to the gathering hub, so I'll show you that next. So you see, you get money, you get unlocks, you progress in your research level. Good things, good things. And we did pretty good. So when you get back to the gathering hub and you finally break his horns, you can get some items from the person you started the quest from. All you have to do is go down here and you have to click obtain rewards. You can see you get gold rewards, silver, bronze, like an investigation. I mostly get weapons. I'm trying to get gems. You need 2 gems for the armor. But you can see these gold weapons are the best weapons, and the dissolve weapons are kind of the worser weapons. But you can get materials and these Bushi tickets, and they're pretty good too. The weapons you can unlock are like a lot of weapons. Most of them are bad, like the blue ones aren't good, the purple ones, they're pretty good, but the legendary ones, there's something to look at there. Yeah, the rarity 8 weapons, they're going to be one of the better items in the game, so you definitely want to take a look at them. You usually only get it when you beat the monster. Yeah, you can see it's pretty good to get these weapons. You're gonna have a lot of weapons you have to cycle through, so that's something to look forward to. So these are a type of weapons you can get. You can also get the armor. I'm gonna do the armor in a different video. I'm gonna review them.
Oh, that reminds
So
me.
one more time so you understand this quest. Pursuit level is how easy it is to break the horns. They give you more time and more part breakability the more your gathering hub people do this mission. There's objectives here that will make the pursuit level go up faster, and you just want to try to complete those objectives. So if you have 16 people in your gathering hub, there's going to be at least like 4 people doing the mission, or like at least a couple missions you can go on. So that's how you beat this guy. You farm parts, try to get as much stuff as you can, and get the weapons and armor. I'm going to do a couple more videos about this guy, so stay tuned guys. I'll see you later. Also, don't forget to do the Mega Man event. It ends in like a week. The Spring Blossom Festival is like over.